My girlfriend has been perfectly timing her venting with when we are about to eat dinner, and all I want is to eat in peace, but it's gotten to the point where I have to lock myself in the basement just so I can enjoy a meal for once. I, 39M, and my girlfriend, 41F, have lived together for a bit over a year in my house. During the time that I have lived with my girlfriend, I've become very used to the fact that she really seems to de-stress by complaining. Much of this complaining is about other people in her life, such as her mother and her former co-workers, but much of this complaining is about me and how I'm not meeting her expectations in one way or another. I'm generally fine listening to her rant and will make all the appropriate motions to show that I'm listening, but a few months back, her complaining increased significantly in frequency. Again, I'm happy to listen to her, but one time that I do not want to listen to complaining is when I'm eating. Breakfast time isn't an issue because she's still asleep when I eat it, and lunchtime is fine because I work 6 days a week and I'm out for lunch, but I would really love nothing more than to just have a quiet dinner. It's especially irritating because she gets upset when I don't answer her fast enough, even when I'm chewing. She'll start saying hello? 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 Are you even listening? As I try to swallow the food quickly and answer her. I expressed this to her a few months back. I put it as nicely as possible, with the excuse that I don't do well with talking during meal time. If anything, it has had the opposite effect. I'm convinced that she's actually timing her complaints to begin when I start eating dinner now. While I'm making my dinner, she'll be quiet, and when I sit down waiting for it to cool, she'll be quiet. But once the fork reaches my mouth, she'll immediately start complaining. Last Saturday, I told her that I couldn't deal with her complaining during dinner time anymore, and that if she did it again I would start eating elsewhere. She responded, "Yeah, okay, fine." Then she sat down at the table and stared at me. When I took my first bite, she said, "Oh, by the way, today you kicked one of my shoes when you were putting yours on. It made me feel like you only care about your own things and not mine." I stood up and went down to the basement to eat, locking the door behind me. I've taken to doing this for every day since, and she'll bang on the door at times. At other times she has demanded I give her a key, as I have the only copy. Today she was literally crying and begging me to eat dinner at the table, but I said no. Now she's threatening to take the door off its hinges while I'm at work, so I know I have to lock it from the outside before going tomorrow. Am I in the wrong here? Commenter 1. Why are you with someone this miserable? I cannot imagine listening to someone complain every mealtime. All day, every day. Are you really going to do this for the next 20 years or more? Yikes. NTA. Commenter 2. You locked her out of the basement. That's a good first step. Now do the same with the rest of your house. Commenter 3. It's not even about her being miserable. It's more about her engaging in emotional abuse. A partner who constantly complains and blames is abusive. I can completely understand someone might want to confront a partner for one reason or another at times, but the fact that she actually decided to go into a tirade about him accidentally kicking her shoe when he put his own shoes on just shows she'll complain about literally anything. There's also the fact that even after he asked her to stop for the short time it takes him to eat dinner, she completely ignored him and intentionally timed her complaining for when she knew he didn't want to listen to it. I cannot understand why some people in this post seem to think Op is wrong. I know this doesn't apply to you, but some people are suggesting that this is his fault. The man is in an abusive relationship. Update. Wow. I didn't expect this to blow up the way it did. I posted honestly just needing a sanity check, and I got thousands of comments, some incredibly supportive, others brutally honest, and a few that hit me harder than I expected. Thank you to everyone who responded, seriously. A lot has happened since the post. First, yes, I did go ahead and lock the basement door from the outside before going to work. I wasn't proud of that move, but I was feeling cornered, and honestly just tired. I came home and found she had removed the hinges from the interior side while I was gone. The door was off and leaning against the wall. That was a moment. She wasn't yelling. She was sitting on the couch, visibly upset, and just said, "So this is where we're at now?" We had the longest, rawest conversation we've ever had that night. She admitted she had started using dinner as her emotional dumping ground because she knew it would get my attention and she felt like the only time I slowed down enough to be with her was when I was eating. Her words. She also admitted that my request to stop complaining during dinner made her feel like I was putting a timer on her feelings. I told her I wasn't asking her to be silent, just for a break from the emotionally heavy stuff while I was trying to decompress from my own day. There were a few tears on both sides. I told her that I love her, but I can't live in a state of constant emotional defense, especially not over dinner. I also said that the shoe comment right after our talk was weaponized pettiness, and that it was cruel. We agreed to try something new. Now we do venting hour after dinner. Literally. I even set a little timer, her suggestion, not mine. Dinner is for unwinding and connecting, or even sitting in comfortable silence. After that, if she still needs to unload, I give her my full attention, and she gets to talk freely. So far, it's been a surprising success. It's not perfect. Some nights are awkward. But the basement is just a basement again, and the door is back where it belongs. We're also looking into couples therapy, not because we're failing, but because we finally agreed it's okay to get help before things fall apart. Thank you again to everyone who responded. Even the tough comments helped me realize that choosing peace for yourself isn't immature, sometimes it's the most adult thing you can do. Commenter 1. What does she have to vent about for an hour every day? She needs to look at her life and make some changes if this is the norm. Commenter 2. I would dump her. Someone trauma dumping on you every day is toxic as hell.